Good evening, students. See, in this video, I am going to discuss about shortcut to find the number of isomers, degree of unsaturation, and the sigma and the pi bonds. Means you'll be given a formula like C6H12. What is the number of sigma and pi bonds present? So easily and quickly we can calculate that. So see how to know the number of isomers for a given alkanes. See, I have a formula here like this: CH3 COOH. So what is there? It is an carboxylic acid. It's a carboxylic acid, CH3COH. So what is the isomer possible for this carboxylic acid? That you may have to know. Or alkane is there. For a given alkane, what is the number of isomer present? You say here, I have C5H12, which is pentane. So how much isomers are possible to this? One of the method is, see here, I have tried C, 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 C. Then the shifting these carbons, and then you have to find out how many isomers are present. But you know, the competitive exams is a time bounded exam. Means you cannot take more than 1 minute, or if you want the larger version 60 seconds per question. So if I have a other alternate method, then definitely it is easy for me to find the number of isomers. You say, if I have some formula, then I can directly apply the formula and I can get that what is the number of isomers present. So we'll see now in the alkanes, how to know the number of isomers. See, up to 7 carbon alkenes, one formula is there. Then 8 carbon alkane, 9 carbon alkane, 10 carbon alkane, different formula. So don't generalize the formula for all the alkanes. And if you see the competitive exam questions, it is more than 10 questions, carbon, that type of questions are rarely asked. So be thorough with up to 10 carbon alkane. See, formula says number of possible isomers for the alkanes is equal to 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 1. And remember this 2 to the power n minus 4, and don't use this plus 1 here in the power. This is wrong. This is first to get the 2 to the power n minus 4 value, then add the 1 to that. That will be the formula. And remember, what is n? N is the number of carbons. One more thing, remember here. When n minus 4 value is any negative value, that value should be ignored. In such cases, only one isomer will be present. Note it properly. only one isomer if n minus 4 is a negative value. This one only will be there. Take example now. Say methane, CH4. How many carbon? Only one carbon. So n equal to 1. So 2 to the power 1 minus 4 plus 1 is equal to 2 to the power minus 3 plus 1. Now, don't make it as 1 by 2 to the power 3. No. You have to ignore that value and you have to take only this one. And as you know, methane has only one isomer. Now, take the next example. Ethane, C2H6. What happens here? In this, n is 2. So 2 to the power minus 2 will be there because 2 minus 4 is minus 2 plus 1. Again, only one isomer. Yes or no? Just here. C, C. I cannot have any other isomer for this. You change this carbon here, then also it's a ethane only. So no changes will be there. Means only one isomer. Now, next case. C3H8 propane. What are the possibilities this here? C, C, C. And can I have any other? Don't say, sir, write like this, C, C, C. But this also a normal propane only. I did not write the valency of the carbon with the hydrogen. I did not satisfy it. That is a different case. In the competitive exam, writing here, like CH3, etc., not needed. Wasting time is not needed. So go for that. So methane, ethane, propane have only one isomer. Only one form will be there for them. They don't exist with more than one isomeric form. So as I said, if the value of n minus 4 is negative, neglect that value of 2 to the power n minus 4. Already mentioned this. Only one isomer for the methane. Again, for the C2H6, n is 2. Number of isomers is 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 1. 2 to the power minus 2 plus 1. And 2 to the minus 2 should be taken as 0 on the here plus 1. So only one isomer. Propane. Again, C3H8 n equal to 3. Number of isomers 2 to the power 3 minus 4 plus 1, which is 2 to the power minus 1. Again, 2 to the minus 1 should be ignored. Only one isomer. Note down this properly. Butane. You know the formula C4H10. Because CnH2n plus 2 is the formula for alkane. So when the 4 carbon is there, 10 hydrogen will be there. So n equal to 4. And what is happening here? See here? 2 to the power 4 minus 4, which is equal to 2 to the power 0. Now anything to the power 0 is 1. So 1 plus 1 is equal to 2 isomers possible for this. Yes or no? Just see that. See, isomers of butane are, one is normal butane. normal butane and isobutane. You try to write any other, you cannot get that any other forms. Only these two will be there. So only two isomers for this. And our formula applies here also. Is it easy or not to know the isomers now? Otherwise, what I should have done? I should have written these structures. Then I should have counted, which would have taken the more time. When I have this formula, I can directly get the number of isomers quickly. Only thing is I should know the formula. Now pentane, can you try yourself? I have your 3. Okay, we'll see now. 2 to the power 5 minus 4 plus 1. 2 to the 5 minus 4 is 2 to the power 1 plus 1. It is 2 plus 1 is equal to 3 isomers. And here see, I have a neopentane, second carbon, there are 2 methyl groups. Isopentane, second carbon, only 1 methyl group. Normal pentane. And if you try also, no other possibility will be there. And you may say, sir, you shift this CH3 group to this carbon, then I will be going for numbering from this side. This becomes the 2 methyl only. If I in this group also, it is 2 methyl only. So no other chances. So pentane has a 3 isomeric forms. And our formula applies here also. Now, octane. See, whatever the previous formula I mentioned, it is up to n equal to 7, including n equal to 7. Means only up to heptane. So, for the hexane and the heptane, you have to find out what is the number of possible isomers using the formula 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 1. Use this formula and get it. It's a homework for you people. Now, we'll see what is the formula for octane. See, only slight modification. Number of isomers for octane is equal to 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 2. In the previous, what we had? We had 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 1 was there. Now it is plus 2. Only this value is changing. Remember this. So easy to remember also. And again here, n is number of carbons only. So we know the formula. Octane C8H18. There is a mistake here. It is C8H18 because CnH2n plus 2. So n equal to 8. Now calculate and tell me now. 2 to the power 8 minus 4 plus 2. 2 to the power 8 minus 4 is 2 to the power 4 plus 2. 2 to the power 4 is 16 plus 2. Total of 18 isomers. So octane has a 18 isomers. Is it true or not? We'll see now. See, these are the 18 isomers possible for octane. N-octane, 2-methylheptane, 3-methylheptane, 4-methylheptane, 2,3-dimethylhexane, 2,4-dimethylhexane, like this. Total of 18 isomers. See, if I want to write this different isomers, it will take my 4 to 5 minutes to write these 18 isomers. But when I had a formula, I can get that 18 isomers numbers within a minute. Only thing is that when I write the NEET, JEE or KCET exams, the formula should flash to my mind. The formula should flash to your mind means you should be very much thorough with the formula. How you will be thorough with the formula? You have to by heart, you have to remember it, apply the formula for different cases. Yourself you have to work out. Then never you are going to forget also. Okay. 18 isomers. Now, see, alternatively, I can calculate the number of isomers using the formula 2n minus 1. And remember, here n is not the number of carbon, n is here the number of isomers for the previous hydrocarbon. Say, if I take the octane, then I have to write or I have to know what is the number of isomers for heptane. So don't use n equal to 8 here. N equal to 8 is wrong here. So that you have to remember. Okay. So that's how to calculate it. We'll see now. We'll apply this formula for propane. So propane is C3H8. So here I should not take n equal to 3. I have to take it n equal to 1 because ethane has only one isomer. So 2 into 1 minus 1, that is 1 isomer, which is true also. You know that. For the propane, only one isomer is possible, and this formula also tells that only one isomer is possible, means my formula is correct. Okay. But I'll tell you, there's a little difficulty in this, or it may be little lengthy for you people, because see, to know that previous isomers or previous hydrocarbon, what is the number of isomers, I have to calculate first, which takes the time. So better to use the other formula, the previous formula only, 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 1 for hydrocarbon up to, or alkane up to 7 carbon and 8 carbon, to the power n minus 4 plus 2 formula, we have to use it. Now, see, take this example of pentane. Number of isomers, 2n minus 1, where n is the number of previous hydrocarbon. As you know, pentane, the previous alkane is butane and has only 2 isomers. So N equal to 2. So 2 into 2 minus 1, which is equal to 3 isomers possible. And already know that they have only 3 isomers also. Pentane has only 3 isomers. Now, just remember, for the octane, don't use the formula 2n minus 1. It is, one formula is 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 2. So already calculated 18 isomers. Whereas alternate formula, don't use it as n. First calculate the number of isomers for the heptane. Then for the heptane, we have 9 isomers. And now for the octane, to know the number of isomers, alternatively, what you do is number of isomers is equal to 2n. This is only for octane. Remember this, octane. Number of possible isomers is equal to. And n is the number of isomers in the previous. So it is 2 into 9 because heptane has 9 isomers. So I have 18 isomers. 18 isomers. Yes or no? Just see there. The other formula we have 2 to the power 8 minus 4, which is equal to 2 to the power 4 plus 2 octane. So 2 to the power 4 plus 2. 2 to the 4 is 16 plus 2, 18. Both give the 18 isomers only. So both are giving the same, means our formula should be the correct only. Now, so this is alternate method. Heptane already I calculated. I said that's 9 isomers. So 9 into 2, 18 isomers. Now, for the nonane, you have to little modify the formula. Number of isomers is equal to 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 3 instead of plus 2 also. Up to 7 carbon alkene, 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 1, 8 carbon alkene, 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 2, 9 carbon alkene nonane, 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 3. So remember this properly. Don't get the confusions. So in the nonane, n equal to 9. So 2 to the power 9 minus 4 plus 3. 2 to the power 5 plus 3. 2 to the power 5 is 32. 32 plus 3 is 35 isomers possible for nonane. And writing this 35 isomers in the different manner, possibilities very, very difficult. Like this, you have to go for 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and you have to alternate. You have to change these things, which is very difficult. Remember this, it's not easy. Plus, it is time consuming. Definitely time consuming over that. So remember this formula properly so that easily you can calculate. Now, alternate method for the decane. This is for the decane. Again, the decane, the formula says number of possible isomers is equal to 2 to the power n minus 4 plus 1 plus n, where n is the number of carbon. We'll apply now. 2 to the power 10 minus 4 plus 1 plus 10. So it is 2 to the power 6 plus 1 plus 10. 2 to the power 6 is 64. So 64 plus 11, which is equal to 75. So total isomer for the decane is 75. And how much time you need to write this one? If at all you're writing carbon-carbon bondings, you may have to solve only 2 or 3 questions in the chemistry. So if you have this formula, then you can quickly solve also. So remember the formulas properly. Now, what is the alternate method? See, alternate method is simple. What you have to do is add the possible isomers starting from methane to the nonane. That will be the number of isomers possible for decane. I repeat, methane, how many are there? Ethane, propane, butane, pentane, hexane, heptane, octane, nonane. How many isomers are possible? All that you add together, that gives the number of isomer for decane. We'll see now. Yes or no, we'll see. See, methane, ethane, propane have only one isomers only. Then the butane has 2, pentane has 3, hexane has 5, heptane 9, octane 18, and the nonane have 35 isomers. And if I add them together, it gives 75 also. And previously, how much we got there this year? We got how much? 75 isomers only. This year, 75 isomers. So, here, in this also, I am getting 75 isomers. Just see. Yes, yes or no? So here also I got 75. Previous also I got 75. Means my formula is correct only. Now, isomers in the alkenes. And when I count the isomers in the alkene, remember, alkene can show not only chain isomerism, they can show ring isomerism as well as geometrical isomers also. And remember, I don't have any methane. 1 carbon alkene never exists. And the 2 carbon alkene, which is the ethene, cannot show a ring isomer because they cannot form a closed ring also, as well as it cannot show a geometrical isomerism because across the double bond, same atom will be there. This here, C, double bond C, H, 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 H. What it says? Across the double bond, if the different atoms are present, then only they can show the isomerism, geometrical isomerism, but ethene cannot show that. Now, in case of alkene, remember here, 2 different types of formulas you have to use it. That is, if the even number of carbon is present in the alkene, one type of formula you have to use. And if the odd number of carbon is present in alkene, another type of formula you have to use it. Now, what is the formula for the alkene with even number of carbons? Formula is, note down this properly. Number of isomer possible is equal to 2 to the power n minus 2 plus 1. Again, please remember, it is for even number of carbon containing alkene, not for the odd number containing alkenes. So you see, what is n? N is the number of carbon as like the previous only formulas only. Now ethene, C2H4, n equal to 2. So 2 to the power n minus 2 plus 1, 2 to the power 0 plus 1, 2. So according to the formula, ethene should have a 2 isomers. But what happens here? Ethene cannot have a 2 isomerism because they are not showing any geometric isomerism. They are not showing any ring isomerism. Ethene has the only C double one C. Only this will be there. That's all possibilities. So only one. So don't use the 2 to the power n minus 2 plus 1 formula for ethene. Leaving that for all of the alkene with the even number, you can use this formula. What is? So you cannot use the formula for the ethene. Exceptional case. That's why I wrote here. But ethene don't give 2 isomers. That is, please remember, don't use this formula for ethene. Note it properly. Now, butene. See, you know butene, there are 4 open chain isomers are there. That is alpha butylene, cis beta butylene, trans beta butylene, isobutylene. So what is our formula? Cis 2 to the power n minus 2 plus 1. So 2 to the power 4 minus 2 plus 1. So I should have a 5 isomers. You got only 4 now. What about the fifth one now? See here, one more point you have to remember. Actually, if you consider this butene, along with their cis and trans, they can show up to 6 also. But you see, when it says this, number of structural isomers, cis and trans isomers are having the same structure, only their arrangement with respect to space is differing. So, if you're asked how many structural isomers are possible for the butene, cis and the trans should be taken as only one. Are you getting what it says? Because what it says in the geometric isomerism, 2 or more organic compound having same molecular formula, structural formula, but only differ in their spatial arrangement across the double bond in alkene or across the single bond in cycloalkanes. So what the formula I am giving you is only for structural isomerism over there. cis and trans should be taken as only one only. Now, see this butene can be there with cyclobutane also. Or I can have a methyl substituted cyclopropane also. So 1, 2, 3, these two are together 1, 4, 5. Are you getting this? So this is how to go for that. Excluding the geometric isomerism. Methyl cyclopropane and the cyclobutane are the two ring isomers also possible for this. Totally 5. Now, see here, how to calculate the degree of unsaturation means how much double bonds are present or how many rings are present. For that, we have a formula. Degree of unsaturation is equal to C plus 1 plus N by 2 minus H by 2 minus X by 2. How they last? They ask like this here. C 6 H 10. How many pi bonds are present? How many double bonds are present? How many rings are present? Like that can be asked. So here, one of the method is, you see, C6 H14 is the alkane. So C6 H12 means there is a one double bond. When one double bond is there, 2 hydrogen less. Or it should be a cyclohexene also, hexane also. There are also 2 hydrogen less. Then C6 H10 means there are 2 pi bonds. Unsaturation is 2. So this one I can get in a little different manner easily also. Use this formula C6H10. And you said there already it is degree of unsaturation 2. We'll see now. See, 6 is the number of carbon plus 1, then minus hydrogen, how many? 10 by 2, because nitrogen is 0. So this value becomes 0 only. And this value also becomes 0. So it is 7 minus 5, which is equal to 2. So your degree of unsaturation is 2. What it means? It can have 2 pi bonds, or it can have a 2 rings, or it can have a 1 ring and 1 pi bond. Means 1 double bond will be there. Or it can have 1 triple bond also, means 2 pi bonds also. So this is how to predict the degree of unsaturation. I repeat again, if the degree of unsaturation is 2, possibilities 1 double bond and 1 ring. So 1 plus 1 is 2. Or 1 triple bond, because in a triple bond there are 2 pi bonds will be there. Oh, 2 double bond means each double bond have 1 pi bond, means 1 into 2 is 2. Or it may be 2 ring also. This is how to predict the degree of unsaturation. I can use this formula even if the nitrogen or the halogens are so present. And if the oxygen, etc. present, you have to consider as zero only. Only nitrogen, hydrogen, carbon, and the halogen should be considered. Okay. Students, if any doubt is there, you can ask me, you can call me, or you can message me to my personal number. I will going to clarify your doubt. The remaining things, that is, when the odd number of carbon in the alkene is there, how to calculate, I will explain in the next video. Read properly, practice. Till the next video, bye bye. Thank you.